move all of my listings into this show. I'm going to try to do that on my computer. I'm really sorry this happened. I'm glad you're finding me. I've got to move all of my, come on. Okay, products. Bear with me for a moment. I have to move my items into this show. Add to show. We do turquoise show and add to show. Hopefully they'll all be here. Thank you for finding me. I don't know what happened or why I froze up, but I think it was because I was trying to do my my Mac at the same time so I could not be poking at my phone. I don't know how to clone. I will have to learn about that. I'll talk to my rep and say, look, this happened for the second time. We got to fix this problem. So can you guys hear me okay now? I'm not frozen. Am I moving okay? Is everything good? Yay. Okay. Let's run another giveaway and make sure that's working all right. And then I will get started. Oh, I have to make more giveaways. And they're, all right. That's not good. I have to make giveaways for it. So I think I'm the 3-dot upper right. Oh, clone items. All right. I wonder if it'll I think they were temporary. I don't know if it'll let me clone those. Yeah, it won't let me clone those. Okay. Shoot. I had everything so set up and ready to rock. Let's see if I can do a giveaway. Let's see. Add. Create temporary listing. Bear with me, please. I want to give you guys free stuff. Category. There we go. I'm going to just call it Givey. All right. We're going to do 11. And shipping profile. Okay. I think I've got this almost done here. Bear with me. All right. Add listing. All right. Here we go. We're going to run a giveaway. And it numbered them upside down. So that's all right. We got it. We got it handled. Sure. My mod. This is Ewan, who's going to be I'm going to be rating into her show at 6 o'clock. So you guys are going to love her. She's really sweet. All right. Did it mod you? I don't. Okay, good. All right. Let's go. I have some things I'm going to start at $1 to get all warmed up. After all of that, I'm already sweating. That was crazy. So the first thing, this is a sterling silver woven ring, and it is a size 7.5. I'm going to start this at $1. Isn't that cute? It's not marked. I tested it yesterday. It is sterling. So we're going to get started with these, and then I'm getting into the turquoise. All right, these are not in numerical order. Now I had everything so perfect and ready to rock. All right, here we go. And we have to fix the time. Everything has to be fixed. All right, we're going. A little size 7.5 sterling silver woven ring. And you can see on the inside, just all woven silver. Nice patina, great looking ring. Super cute. Nice wide band. I think you can see the seam on it somewhere where they there's your seam right there where they soldered them together. So just a cute little nice patina band ring. You could stack it with some other things. Super cute. So our first thing of the day, I think I've got 11 or 12 things. I'm going to start at $1. Then we're jumping into the turquoise. So there you go. All right. Oh, I thought we had a winner. I'm going to try to get it even closer so you can see those little weaves. Isn't that cool? So handmade looking. Very rustic, very cute. This is how wide it is on your finger. My hands are swollen today, so I don't want to shove it down on my hand, but super cute. I think we have a winner. Congratulations for the first one of the day after all that drama. Again, number 1. I am going to, since we are stopping at 6 o'clock, I will be packing your orders tonight and getting them out tomorrow. So I am like really, thank you. All right, the number 2 little guy. This is Norwegian. It is 830 silver, not sterling. And it says 830S on the back. This is the size of it, little pin. We'll start that at $1. Little Norwegian pin. It's got the tube hinge and a long pin. Okay, well, you let me know if you want me to go over to you, but I'm planning on 3 hours. We don't want you to have to stay up too late. Yes, Norwegian. All right. $1. What a deal. Number 2. I have to write these down. It takes me a few minutes, but I'll tell you, it sure saves time when I'm shipping. I want to get this stuff out fast. Okay, the next thing is a bracelet. Sterling silver. This is 8 inches long. Okay, so little twisted wire, sterling silver. It is marked sterling, 8 inches long. I'll try to hold it up here for you so you can look at it. All right, and we will start that at $1. Getting all warmed up. Oh yeah, we've got turquoise coming. They're kind of in a pile. It's not pretty. It's not displayed well. I've got things that are still in the bags from when I bought them, and I'm be looking at them the first time since I bought them. Nice little clasp. There, get that back there. So I will try to take my phone down and do a scan, but I'm telling you, it's a mess. Yes, the turquoise is coming. I just wanted to get started. I cannot do these. I can stop the $1 and go right straight to the turquoise if you're ready. All right. I've got some bougie things. I've got regular things. I've got a nice collection here. I'll go on to the bouge. I'll go on to the turquoise then. If we're wanting turquoise, I'll show you a scan of what's here, but you're going to see just a bunch of baggies. All right, I'm going to take this down. Wait, actually, I can just pick it up, I think. And we're going to switch her over. Don't get dizzy. Okay. Oh, we have a winner. Congratulations. You said it was your first time and you already won something. That's awesome. Okay, so here we go. So we've got bags of stuff. We've got necklaces. We've got a few rings. Most of the rings are in bags. So there is a ton of stuff here. But to save myself time, and it's kind of like a surprise for me too, I'll be pulling them out and looking at them for the first time since I bought them. Oh, really? That's awesome. It depends on the cuff. I did pull, everything here is brand new except for some of the bigger cuffs. I pulled those from my website because I felt like it didn't have enough big cuffs. Do I start them at $1? No. Oh yeah, I remember we were talking. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. That's great. So I'll pull a cuff and run it. Everything depends on what I paid for it. And anything that you guys don't like, it just goes to my website. So but I will be offering it a lot lower here. All right, I'm going to start with a Fred Harvey. This is a Fred Harvey cuff. Isn't that nice? It is not marked Fred Harvey. It's Fred Harvey Air, but it's Native American. This is probably 1930. It could be 1920s looking at the marks. The size is, did I write that down? I want to make sure I wrote that down right. Yes. Okay. It is a size 6 1/4. This is what it looks like on. This is one of, I think, 2 Fred Harvey era pieces that I found. This is all fresh inventory that I just picked up. Little fluted button here. This one I will start at, go in here and find, I have to find out where everything is. I'm going to start it at what I paid, and that was $100. And we have to go 15 seconds. We're good. So I will start that. And we are starting. So like nice little arrows. Nice good piece of turquoise, and that is good turquoise. You can see that it's got the striations and the color variations just slightly. It's a good natural stone. And Try to get a little bit closer so you can see the Thunderbird. Thunderbird's always a big plus to have on one of these. And the fluted button. And this is actually applied, the Thunderbird here. All right, congratulations. All right, Megan. One. All right. And you know what? There's also a little baby bracelet in here somewhere that is Fred Harvey era. All right, I'm going to go to a ring. Wait till you see the earrings I got too. Oh my gosh. All right, so these rings, I'm like, this is the first time I looked at them since I bought them. So this has got a really nice piece of turquoise. Isn't that nice, deep color, good spider webbing? The size is a 5. It's got a handmade shank, cold chisel split, a little bit smaller size, but it's got a nice big, beautiful. This is a natural turquoise stone. It's not stabilized. You can see that it's got, color variations. It's got a little bit greener here from being touched. Let's see what I pay for that. I'm going to start this at $50. This is what I paid for it. And here's the side view. So that's a pretty good chunk of turquoise there. Nice twisted wire rope, handmade raindrops. Isn't that pretty? I feel like this is the first time. I do have smaller things. Yes. I have a little necklace, a small dainty necklace. I think it's sitting right here in the front. If it is, I'll run it next. But yeah, this is a great stone. Anyway, like I said, it's like the first time I'm seeing it almost. So yeah. There's your side view. There's your back view. You've got your patina here. All right. Poof bell. Yeah, I think so. I'll have to look through here where I put everything. I do carry men's rings. I don't remember what I put in. Well, there's one, like my big expensive ring is a men's ring. A woman can wear it though too. Okay. Get you going. Oh, congratulations on that. That's a great stone. All right, I have this one little necklace. I think I put it, it might be in a bag. We'll have to wait till we run into it. I'm sorry. It's in here somewhere, but there's a lot of stuff piled in here right now. All right, let's see. Is that it? No. All right, so one of the things I found is so cool. I found this lady who had a bunch of old store stock on original cards, and they're all Zuni earrings. Look at these. Are these the cutest things? It has the original price of $6.75. Thank you. Aren't they great? So these are really tiny. I did not pay $6.25. And this is kind of weird, but if you smell the paper, because I will ship these with the old paper just as I bought them, it smells like 1940s or 50s. It's just the coolest thing. So I will start all of these at what I paid. They are so nice, so rare. And wait till you see all of them. I probably got 10 or 15 pair. If you guys like them, she had other ones, and I will go back and buy everything that she has left. So I'm going to start these at 50. And I'll start them at 35. But I think I paid 40 for those. So yeah, these are super cute. Never worn, new, old store stock, 60, 70 years old, something like that. So really nice. Yeah, that's what they cost when they were brand new. So this is the old original card. Smells like the 1950s or 40s, never worn. I did not pay $6.75 for them. I wish I did, but $43. Congratulations. 10609, number 1. All right. So I'll keep going back to those. Digging around in here to see. Looking for that little necklace, but don't know where it is. All right, here's a cute little thing. This is a little vintage stick pin, Native American. Isn't that cute? And it has a clutch. Sterling silver, the clutch is not sterling. I have bolos. I don't know if I have clips. The reason I don't know everything that I have is because everything is still in the bags from when I bought them. So I saw them when I bought them and then I haven't looked at them again. So we're going to start this little guy at $10. And there he goes. Navajo stick pin, tiny size. I really don't see those that often. And comes with a clutch that is not sterling. Super cute little thing. I got to keep my hand up here so it'll focus. There we go. Nice piece of turquoise, nice and clean looking. Good color. Nice little gem. All right, congratulations. All right. Okay. Next one. Let's see what we've got. I'll pull a necklace here. All right, this is Santo Domingo. This is an older one with a nice handmade sterling clasp, brown heishi, and good old natural turquoise. Look at that. These stones are really super nice. Look at this one. This looks like it might, nope. I thought this might have a break, but it's polished just like the other ones. It has not a high shine polish, just like a satin polish. It is, get my little necklace here. I think it's a 14 incher, but it could be 16. It is about 15 inches long. So we're going to start this one at, we'll start it at 35. And this is probably from the 1970s, maybe a little bit older. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I have any coral dangle earrings. Um, nobody wanted this. Okay, this was on the website. I'll put it up here. Everything's in the bags. I'm looking at them for the first time since I bought them. I did not memorize everything that's in here. So we're kind of doing this together. It's kind of fun that way. Okay, this is a pretty good old one. This is Shiprock Mosaic. I'm going to look at this. This is unboxing, yes. Looks like they've got some glue in here. Nope, it's just old. All right, so this is really old resin that they used for this, the Shiprock Mosaic. And you can see some of it's so yellow, it's almost red, but it's all original. It's got hand stamping on the shank. This is a size 6.5. Oh, thank you for answering. I have the best mod in the world. All right, so this is really super rustic. Shiprock Mosaic is done with chipped pieces of turquoise chips, and it was invented by Tommy Singer. Yeah, I'm just looking to see if nope, there's no damage. And this is mother of pearl, 6.5. And I'm going to start this at what I paid. Actually, I paid 40 for it. I'll start it at 35 and hope for the best. All right, there we go. I do have a small dainty pendant in here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So this is a really good old, there we go, really, really rustic looking ring. You can see it's got a hand hammered shank, and then it's also been stamp decorated. All right, congratulations. All right, on to the next. Looking, I don't see that little necklace. I know it's in here somewhere though. I didn't hang it up. All right, here is one of the cuffs I got. I'm just looking at this for the first time. Just got a really super nice stone, nice skip work here, a little bit of stamping. Thank you very much. You know, I'm going to try to explain as much as I can about this stuff because I've been doing it for a long time. And I do want you guys to know that probably 80% of the Native American that's being sold on the internet is not made by Native Americans. Um, Someone wants to know about the jeweler's loop. I got this on Amazon. It's made in Germany. There's the mark. Yeah. So, you know, buyer beware. I get ads all the time from people trying to sell me their Navajo jewelry, and it's right out of China. So, I spend a lot of time sourcing the good old stuff. This has got a mark on the back. It looks like a 5. I don't know what that's about, but this is a 1960s piece, and I'm going to start this at 75. There we go. We're starting that. Yeah, exactly. So, oh, size. Thank you, dear. It will bend. It's pliable enough to bend, and it is a 6.5 right now. All right, that goes on my website. It's never been on there before. And we're going to put that back in its little bag so I know what I paid for it. All right, next. So yeah, I don't get into that stuff. I mean, it's really hard to go out and source things. I spend a lot of time, you know, making connections with people, digging through stuff when I could just order it online and have the fake stuff, but it's not me. I'm not going to do it. The Dene, the people, the Navajo, they fight so hard to keep people from selling their stuff. And they're you want me to rerun it? Okay. Oh, do you guys want me to rerun this or was that thank you so much. Okay, I'm not gonna rerun it if you want me to later. Otherwise, I'll put, oh, rerun it. Okay. All right. So it's a size 6.5 right now. It's pliable enough to bend. And we'll rerun this. And I have to run these guys at what I paid. And the prices have gone up because silver's gone up. So I hope to make some money on some of these things so I can stay in business. But yeah. Yeah, that's really hard to do though. That's why I like vintage because I live in California. People go on vacation, they go, you know, to Arizona. So there's a lot of people that have turquoise in their estate. Thank you very much. So it's kind of I can find it here. And I don't really do the new stuff. Okay, so that's a necklace. I'll show you, but it's like it's bougie. It's not cheap. Number 1. I will show that guys to you. It is this showed in the ad. All right, put this over here out of the way. All right, I'm going to show you guys. This was in the ad. I just when I had to redo the listing, I mean the show, I just grabbed the first picture that popped up. Everything just fell. All right, so I really had to pay up for this, but it's amazing. So this is old. Look at the size of that. So this is a nausea. All right, so handmade feather, nice, huge, handmade stamped raindrops. Look at the beads. These are all fluted beads, handmade. And as I've told you guys before, when you want to know what an old bead looks like, it's going to have a little lip around the hole here, which means it was made in halves. The hole was punched from the inside out, and then it was soldered together. So there is that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how long it is and we will run it. It just came unhooked. It's 24.5 inches long. So yeah, this is a really, really cool thing. All right. I don't know what mine this is, but I sure like, is that copper? Let me look at that with my thing before I run this. No, sometimes you'll see copper inclusions in a stone, which is really cool because I come from copper mines. All right, so we are starting this at, it's probably like the most expensive thing I'm going to run tonight. Okay, it's starting at 600 because of what I had to pay to get this. But it's not as expensive as um, a squash blossom. So, Naja necklace, this is how big it is. And it will go on my website. All right, going on the website. Put it right over here. All right, back to the little things. Still watching for that little necklace with the little pendant. It's got a little zuni pendant on it. But I don't see it. All right, I have been asked for sleigh bracelets. Oh, I should have put the ring on first. It's the same name here, .net. I'm kind of moving everything over to Whatnot. I've been selling online for 27 years. My hands are in really bad shape from typing. I love that I can talk to you guys, that I can show you everything, and I don't have to type. I don't have to take pictures. So I will still have it, but I'm releasing a lot of new things here and having so much fun here. So anyway, here is the sleigh bracelet. This is all got a lot of applique work. Let me pull this off here so I can show you if it's got any signatures. It is signed on the inside. So there's your signature. I think it says MB. Nope, IC. And that is somebody. I have to look that up. Like I said, I just got this. So here we go. The bracelet is a size 6.5. And the ring, oh, nice big size, is a 9.25. All right. I'm going to start this. Let me hold it up here so you can see. And this is going to be started at $100, which is what I paid. It's never, there we go. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? Super cute. This has got a lot of applique work. That was a lot of work. Good. She's a horse girl like me. Oh, I know. You were like badass if you had one of these. Absolutely. And you still are, I think. That was a good buy. Thank you so much. My hair is really bad today. I had to get up really early. My horse had a vet appointment and I was out in the fog and it is just not happening today. All right. Oh, I know. She's got it. She bought a new horse and she's going to meet her horse on Sunday. So that's so exciting. You're welcome. Okay, so this one I paid up for, but it's got a killer stone. So we'll see if you guys like this. Look at that. Boulder turquoise with nodules of turquoise. That is just killer. And we've got mint on the side. We've got blue here. And let's see if we've got a signature on the, yep, we've got a signature. Let me see what it says. VTC and sterling. So we can look online and see what that is. I didn't look it up because like I said, I'm unboxing right now. The size is 6.25. It's pretty pliable. I think you can adjust that. I'm gonna put it on my other side so I can run the listing. All right, so what did I pay for this? All right. I have to start this at, I'm gonna have to change this. Edit. And we have to go with a little bit higher price because this is Way lower than I paid. Where is it? Okay. One. Okay. And save changes. All right. Sorry about this. All right. We are going to start this at 140 because that's what I paid for it. And here we go. That is one killer stone. Look at that. Super rare. I never find stones like this. And you've got your signature right there. Can you see that through? And your sterling right there. It's easier to show it to you that way. Killer, killer stone. Well protected in a nice fat bezel. All right. Congratulations. 6 and number 3. That's one thing I always look for, a rare turquoise. That is like the treasure hunt for me. All right. I'm going to move these little guys out of the way. Oh, I have these little earrings I was going to show you, and I set them down. What did I pay for these? Okay. These are old. These are rain clouds with rain falling. Zuni. Aren't those pretty? That is petty point. Needle point is the straight stones are the same size all the way down. So this is petty point. Zuni, 1950s. Let me see if they say anything besides sterling on them, or if they even say sterling. Yep, they say sterling on the screws, but that's all. We have no artist name. Okay, I'm going to try to hold these. All right, and we're going to start these at $50 because that's what I paid for them. So really nice rain cloud earrings. Zuni, here's how they look on. You could easily take them off and put them on ear wires if you wanted to make them pierced earrings, but we can wear screwback earrings even when we have pierced earrings. And look at the little rain. Let me get my face out of here. Look at that. Those are fluted buttons at the end. So that's pretty special. All right. Congratulations. You got a good deal. Number 2. All right. Let me try to do another giveaway and see if it works. Let's go here, go to giveaway. All right. And we're going to run a giveaway. There we go. Be a little piece of vintage sterling silver of some sort. All right, this next one. I've had a couple of these, and I'm not sure what artist makes these, but the work is amazing. This is jet, and this is turquoise. This is a pendant and a pin. So there's your bail, and there's your pin right there. Locking clasp, nice patina. It's got some good age. Yeah, jet. So jet meaning fossilized coal. So isn't that pretty? There's actually jet found in New Mexico. It's always known to be found in Whitby, England, but it's found in New Mexico too. So thank you. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time, and I am a collector too. And I feel like when you collect something, you need to be the expert because you're the one spending the money and you need to know what's good. So yeah. All right. It's not signed, but oops, but it's Zuni. I'm starting this at what I paid once again, and starting at 50. That's what I paid. It's a pendant and a pin, so you can wear it. I'm glad you found me too. So there's your size. Yeah, you can use a gem tester. Onyx will test like um, amethyst or quartz because it is a form of quartz. Jet will be like glass. It'll show nothing. Somewhere I have a somewhat greasy green ring for you, by the way. Number 3. Okay. Um, I think it's right here. So it's not totally greasy. It has a crack, but here we go. What do you think? Bolos. Okay, I'll show a bolo after I show this. So this is a good one. It is a good size. And it is a 11 and 3/4. Yeah, not bad, huh? It's got some good handmade raindrops, good. So it's not, they can be greasier than that, but I'll go ahead and run this. And then I will do a bolo next. I have 2 bolos tonight. All right, I'm gonna start this at what I paid. All right, it's $50. Size 11 and thank you, a quarter. Or yeah, natural stone. It's got some good matrix there. And if we don't like it, it goes on my website. No problem. All right. One of the 2 bolos. This bolo is interesting. So this is a rosette. It's got brass tips and this is brass here, but this is sterling silver. It looks like it's brass, and so I was like, "What the heck?" So it might have an old gold plating over it, but let me see if I can find the little area where all right, you can see right here where it's silver. I actually scratched some of it off and tested it to make sure it's sterling. It is sterling. So this is the real deal. Um, it may have gold over it, and it's just really old. But I'm gonna hold it up like this so you can see the tips. So the tips are not sterling, they're brass. All right, and I'm gonna start this at, oh heck, I'll start it at 50. I should start it at 75, but what the heck. And you've got your nice, how long have I been selling on here? Only a month. But I've had my website for 13 years and I've been selling online for 27. So I was contacted on Instagram by Whatnot, and they asked me if I would come give them a try. They invited me to come, so I did, and I love it. Everybody's so nice. Twice a week. Yeah, it's kind of mixed up because it's Christmas season right now, but Wednesdays and Saturdays are pretty much my days. I have all of my shows scheduled until the end of the year. But yeah, I'd love for you to come. I do other things besides Native American, but that's my specialty. I've just about got enough stuff together to do a Victorian show, and I've got enough stuff over here to do a couple of gem shows, and everything's always vintage. We about to have a winner here. Chocolate Donkey, congratulations. I'll be sending you a little prize in the mail. Right, here is, I'm still looking for that little necklace. I remember putting it in a bag with something else. Oh, that goes over here. That goes with, all right, let's see. This is a little set. So be sure to follow, be sure to bookmark my shows. So everything's handpicked by me. No, I haven't even looked for it, but you know what? If you like it, I'll look for it. All right, so these are a set. Now the Mark 925, so I'm going to call these Southwestern and I'm not going to call them Native American. They came with all the Native American stuff. So this is the pendant and these are the matching earrings, but here we go. All right, so here's the earrings. Let me see if I can get a hold of those without dropping. All right. Okay, if you Poof Bell requested a cancellation, I will approve it. I just dropped the earring. That's what I always do. And I will, they are studs. All right. So these are not shadow box, these are. And I dropped the other earring. I'll pick that up in just a minute and we will run these starting at $20. And there we go. So Poof Bell, go ahead and ask for your cancellation. I'll pull your order and rerun it. And there's 2 earrings. I just dropped it because my hands are so crippled from being on the computer all the time. I drop everything, even my fork when I'm eating. It's just crazy. So, all right. which is the beauty of being on here. No more typing for hours and hours and hours. All right, I'm going to pick up the earring because I don't want to step on it later. Earring has been retrieved. All right. Okay, Poof Bell. I'm going to pull what she bought and rerun it. If I can find it quickly. Otherwise, we'll just save it for another show. All right, here it is. All right, so we are going to rerun. Oh, this was that really cool ring. Okay, cancel. I'm gonna write on here that we canceled. This ring, so pretty. Cancel. All right, that's under the canceled. All right, we're gonna rerun this beautiful, beautiful stone. Oh, I know. My hands are just, I've got carpal tunnel and I've got tendonitis and then I've got arthritis so bad that I'm gonna have to have surgery on my fingers. It's just not fun. So we're gonna run this again. It is a size, I believe it's a 5.5. No, it's a 5. All right. It's got a cold chisel split, shank, all made in one piece. It is Navajo. The stone is natural. And I'm going to start this at what I paid. We started at 50 and we'll start it at 50 again. If we don't like it, it'll go on my website. So yeah, super pretty. Size 5, nice big stone. I know it's like, with your hands getting worse and worse, it just, you have to stop doing the thing that makes them bad. So look at that. I mean, it's almost ombre, just so pretty. That was a good get. Congratulations. And number 5. Okay. And Poof Bell, I will cancel your order when the show's over. All right, on to the next. This is really cool. All right, there was something else that somebody was asking for that I was supposed to do next. Let's see, let me go back here. The camphor glass. Bolo tie. All right, I guess I'm caught up. I just want to make sure I was caught up. All right. This is a really cool pendant. This is actually boulder turquoise, but the boulder's just kind of running through the center. It looks like clouds. I love double colored turquoise. This is a great stone. I do not know what mine this is, but it's an excellent stone. All right, here's the back. Let's see what that little mark is. It's a conjoined GB that was done, I think, with an electric engraver. So I believe this is 1960s, 1970. I think 1970 or 1971 is when the electric engraver started being used all the time. So I'm going to start this. What did I pay for it? All right, let's see. I'm going to start this at $50. I paid 48 for it. And there we go. It's a pretty good size. So it's pretty big and it's a pretty awesome piece of turquoise. And look at I like how they have these little raindrops here. And it looks like they're a little bit graduated in size. So there's your conjoined. Is this what it's called? Ribbon turquoise? I guess you could call it that. I've never heard it called that before. I just know that this is a big bunch of matrix, the natural part of the stone. So yeah, super nice though. Great piece. Yeah, the blue is just incredible. It's piercing. And I just love how this looks like it's a cloud. So yeah, really unusual stone. I'm always looking for the unusual stones that stick out. So that was a great buy. Thank you so much. Let me make your little ticket here. Right. Put it in your little bag and secure it. All right, on to the next. Let's see. All right, this one I paid a lot for, but we're gonna run it. And you know what? This is rainbow calsilica, and I remember researching it, and yeah, it is a gorgeous stone. That was a good get. I don't remember what the story is behind this. I'm sorry, I meant to read about it again, but this one, I love how the stone, the colors are muted. This is a big, big, big piece. Nice statement piece, and it's for a bigger arm, which is great. I'm sure it was made for a man or a woman. It's for a 6 3/4 wrist to 7 inches. It will definitely bend. All right, so I'm going to start this at what I paid. It's not here, so I'm going to start it a little lower, starting it at 140. I paid 175. I love all of this and how they splayed all of these cuffs together and then wrapped them with a band. Super nice. This is Navajo. Really super pretty. Look at that color. Something else. It'll match a lot of outfits, don't you think? And it's nice and big, a good statement piece. Looks good with my outfit. Matches me. So yeah, this is a really, really good piece. Yeah, I think so too. And you know, it's more subtle. So if you're not wanting to wear a bright blue, great get, Deborah. Congratulations. All right. Get this in here for you. You're going to love it. It's so pretty. All right, let's get some rings because I have got lots of rings and then we'll do some more of those earrings that I got, those little vintage guys. All right. I'm seeing these rings for the first time since I bought them. Oh, this is cool. All right, let's see what size this is. This is a 5 3/4. This is a variation of fish scale. So this is likely Zuni. Look at how the colors on these stones have changed over time. Stamped raindrops, handmade shank, cold chisel split. Did I say the size? 5 3/4. I know. Thank you. That makes me feel good that you like my picks because I try to find the best stuff. Yeah, 5 3/4. All right. So this is a rendition of the raindrop ring that has the raindrops on the side, but they actually stamped them. Let me get it closer so you can see. Very cool touch. Fish scales. And let's see, what did I pay for that? I'm going to start this at 50. And there we go. Good early piece. 5 3/4. Oh, I'm sorry. It went 30 seconds. I didn't fix that. I know it kind of does look like a surfboard, huh? Yeah. I like how they've got a little bit of run off the edge here. Very, very handmade looking. Each one of these is a little off, a little different. There we go. Which I love. I love the rustic. All right. Thank you. No shark. No. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's see what else is in this little bag. And then I'll pull one more ring and then I'll do some earrings from the old store stock. This is a good old one. Oh, wow. Okay. I think these all came from the same estate. They're all about the same. Nope, that's a 7 1/4. All right, this is a good early one with a really early stone. It's likely that that's number 8, but I'm not going to say 100% that it is. Nice skip work here on the side, stamping. You can see the inside. So they have a cold chisel split, but then they put these fans on top. I'm going to start this at the same price. This is a good early signet ring. I'm going to start that at 50. I forgot to change the time to 15 seconds. So yeah, this is called skip work. It's a 7 1/4. Yeah, 7 1/4. So this is a good early one. That is a great natural stone. Spiderweb turquoise, likely number 8, but I'm looking at the color of this. It probably is, but I don't want to say for sure that it is. But the way the nodules are formed and everything, looking number 8 to me. So this is a super good early ring. Look, that's just a little off, all handmade, all hand done. Super nice early piece. All right. Congratulations. That was a good get. That's a good rare ring. We like the rare ones. All right. That is number 8. You're getting some great things tonight, sir. Okay. I'm going to pull a couple earrings, and we'll go back to that bag of rings and finish it off. All right. Here's the next pair. Oh, these were a little bit more expensive back in the day. Okay, so these, if you weren't here at the very beginning, these I got these from a lady who has a bunch of new old store stock. Okay, and they have the original prices on the back. Most of them were like $6. These were 42. So these were bougie in their day. All inlay work. Here's the size. They're never worn. These cards, they smell like the 1940s. They smell like grandma's jewelry box. So it will come with the original card. And I'm going to start these at $50. And I'm going to change the time to 15 seconds. And we're running. This is handmade here, this little loop. These are really great relics. So I was so happy to get these from her. And she has a few more things. I'm going to go back and see her again and try to get whatever else she has. Because these are like a little time capsule. Nice, good, thick. So definitely very cute. All right. That was a good get. Thank you very much. It'll have its little card with it, with its old granny jewelry box smell. Number 9. I'll pull another one from there, then I'll go back to the rings and we'll just kind of work our way along here. Right. Where's another one out of here? Oh, these were really cute. All right. These are Zuni and they're little hearts. Aren't those cute? Their original price back in the day was $10. And they're on their old card. I did not pay $10. I wish I could. No pocket watches. I'm sorry. I'm not knowledgeable about watches, so I stay away from that. All right, I'm starting these at the same price at 50. Super cute. Here's the size. I like the tarnish because it really makes the color of the stone pop. So yeah, 1960s maybe because I've got a serrated. Yeah, really super cute and dainty. All right, thank you, Megan. All right, we've got number 10. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. All right, earrings. Let's go to another thing. Let's do a ring and then I'll pull a bracelet and a necklace. This stone is interesting. I honestly don't know what this is. This was just in here with them. They came from the same estate. It's Native American. It could be petrified wood. Boy, is this an early ring. All right, this ring looks like wood. Isn't that pretty? But I think it's petrified wood. Is that incredible? This is super early, really rustic, really primitive. You've got your cold chisel split. You can see um, shear marks on here. Ah, yeah. I know. I should have shopped my stuff myself and got myself something for Christmas. So there's your little seam there. You've got a bar here. I don't. Yeah, I think that must be petrified wood because they've got a petrified forest. This is a size 4, so this is a little ring. All right, killer stone. And we'll start this at 35. It's very tarnished. It's very early. You got your cold chisel split. But wow, isn't that stone something else? I'm gonna try to get my face out of there. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I've not quite seen one like that. Look at the red down here. Super nice. All right. Congratulations. You got something really rare. If you find anything else about it, you got to share with us. Number 8. Yeah, it is gorgeous. I wish it was a little bit bigger size, but that's the way it goes. All right. I've got 2 more rings in this bag that came from that estate. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, they're all around these small sizes, right? This is a 6 1/4, really super pale, but not pale enough to be Dry Creek. I do believe this is Cripple Creek. Looking at the marks in here, that would be my educated guess. Cripple Creek, nice hammered band, cold chisel splits. I did say the size. Did I remember what I said? No. 6 1/4. I know. You girls with your tiny little fingers, your slender fingers. All right, so this is Cripple Creek, and I'm starting this at 50. Cripple Creek is kind of hard to find. Um, I have a friend who used to live there, and as a kid, he used to wait for the snowplows to come by because they would pick up all the tailings at the Cripple Creek mine, and then they would put them down, when they were plowing the snow, and he'd go out there and pick up turquoise. So, yeah, pretty cool. And that's in Colorado. So you don't see Cripple Creek up. Yes. So there we go. Nice patina, good age. You can always look back in here and see all that tarnish in there. Did you really? I've been there and gone up, oh, what's that mountain there? Pikes Peak. Very pretty. I loved it there. Congratulations, MS. Number 11. All right. There's one last ring in this bag. I don't know if this is Native American or not. This is not Native American. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Okay, this ring. I'm gonna run it, but it's not Native American. It's Avon and it's sterling silver. So this was just came with the bunch, and with my pickers, I'll just buy what they have for me because I want to be fair. So I'm gonna start this at $15. Let's see what size it is. Little Avon ring. And it's a size 6 1/4. No, I haven't. So it's super cute. It's sterling silver. Yeah, so this is Avon, not something I normally buy, but it's yours. Okay. See, I'm truly pulling stuff out for the first time since I bought it. And the buying is fast and furious. There is so much going on, and people are grabbing. I had a big tray of stuff, and a man actually walked up and took a bracelet, and he wouldn't give it back. And the owner had to like take it from him. Sometimes people are just rude. All right, so this is, let's see what I paid for this. All right, this is actually made in Mexico, but it's so cool. I had to have this. All right, this is a row bracelet, very Zuni style, but made in Mexico, all coral. So there's your stamp, great patina. Isn't that nice? There's what it looks like on. I did not count how many stones. Those would qualify for needlepoint, not quite so narrow as a true needlepoint. It is a size, it'll fit a size 6 3/4, almost a 7. Gray patina, quite round in shape, lots and lots of stones. And we're going to start this at 75. Made in Mexico. Super, super nice row bracelet. Twisted wire rope along here. You can see the striations right here in the coral. Nice, good natural coral. Nice and thick. So see why I had to have that. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. I mean, I buy Mexican stuff all the time, but this was supposed to be Native Americans only show. All right. It's probably. Oh, okay. Someone was asking me about this. This is the other Mexican piece that is, I paid up for this, but it is just so nice. I don't mind keeping it myself. But look at that. This is 999 silver, pure silver, great piece of turquoise. Thank you. There's your mark here. Great Thunderbird. So I'm going to start this at what I paid. I paid up for it, but it's worth it. And I have to change a price on something because I have to change it back down to where it's supposed to be. Bear with me. We don't want to start it too high. That's no fun. Okay, and we are save changes, updating product, and here we go. Let's go. All right. Why isn't it gonna let me do that? I'm so sorry that I struggle with the system still. Okay, I'm starting it at 100 because that's what I paid. Pure silver, 999 silver. It just, I think it says sterling on it, but I tested it and it's, yeah, it says sterling, but you can see that it's pure silver because how white it is. I mean, seeing that next to a piece of sterling, you can see how white it is. It's pure silver. Nice big bail too. We'll take a nice good chain. Excellent piece of turquoise. Hi there, how you doing? So yeah, it says sterling, not 999, but definitely 999. Love the wings. It's super cute. Good Thunderbird. All right. Thank you very much. Congratulations. That was a good get. I would have kept that one and wore it. It's so nice. Super cool piece. All right. Next, go back to a little pair of earrings. And then we'll pull a necklace. All right, here's another pair of earrings. You know what? I'm going to fix this real quick. It's got a, no, I'll just pull them. It has a bent shank, but we don't want that. All right. Oh, here's a cute one. Little medicine wheels. These are Zuni. I look like your mom. She's my doppelganger. Right on. All right. So these are from the 40s, 50s, or 60s. And $6 is their original price. Look at this is all old. That is not what I paid, but I'm going to send it with its original little thing. These are new old store stock. 56 years old, even more. So we're going to start these. I'll start these a little bit lower. There's not as much silver in here, even though it doesn't matter that I had to pay the same for each pair. We'll just give you guys a break. And all right, we got to change the time to 15 seconds and starting these at 35. These are really cute. So they're pretty good sized little studs. And I like the Zuni lapidary work on these as well. Super nice. Medicine wheel earrings. Thank you for the follow. We'll do a giveaway after I finish this one too. I keep forgetting about the giveaways. There we go. Original price of $6, 50, 60, 70 years ago. All right. Congratulations, Sarah. So I guess you guys like this new old store stock, and I should go back and get the rest of it, right? All right. I can't remember what else she had. I was in such a hurry because I had an appointment and I was like, oh my gosh, there's all this great stuff. And yeah, I grabbed a bunch of it and I just need to go back and spend some time with her and buy more. All right, let's run a giveaway. All right, there we go. The next giveaway, it will be a piece of sterling silver vintage jewelry, my pick. All right, let's do a necklace. All right, this is mint turquoise nuggets. Aren't those pretty? Polished, probably tumbled. Sterling silver clasp and cones. Now be sure to enter the giveaway. Get something free. I send good stuff. I'm not one of those people that does stickers and stuff. I don't. You do get stickers. You get stickers free with your order. And I still have some candy bracelets left. It's 18 inches long. See, I like to send little gifts and stuff. Little stickers. Yeah. Right now I have little Christmas stickers, but I always put stickers in with your order so you get a little present. So we're going to start this at 75. It's a good hunk of rocks. It's got some good weight to it. Boy, does it match my shirt. Yeah, this is a really nice one. I love this mint color. It's so hard to find. And these are good natural undyed stones. Very nice. Super good. Um, maybe a little bit later. All right. That was a good get. As I am trying to open up the bag with my crippled hands. All right, here we go. And this is Dawn, Annie, number 3. All right. Now, this is something I pulled from my website because I wanted a couple more big cuffs in here. And this was made by L. Spencer. This is tufa stone cast. Look at that silver. This, I would guess, is higher than 925. I've had this a while, has never tarnished. Um, it tests sterling. You can't really test for higher than sterling, except that it gets really super milky with the acid. This weighs a lot. It is a 6 3/4. These are very, very hard to adjust when they're tufa stone cast. On my website, it's $5.95. I will start it here for 300. That's half price. And if it doesn't move, I'll just put it back on there. So yeah, big, huge tufa stone cast bracelet, lots of silver. And it's not your thing, but that's okay. All right. Spencer goes back on the website. All right, I'm gonna go back into the little baggies. I've got another bag of rings. I have a lot of bag of rings. So much stuff. All right, this is a killer stone. Look at that. This right here is pyrite. I would say this is probably Morenci, although the matrix pattern is not. Yeah, it's Morenci. All right, so this is all natural rock in here. This is not stabilized. This is a 100% natural stone. I'm gonna try to get it as close as I can so you can look into it. Is that killer? All right. Handmade shank, cold chisel splits. It's a size. This is a really good stone. Morenci is not open anymore. That mine was closed a long time ago. They bulldozed it over. We will never see more Morenci except in old pieces. This is a size 8. That's true. Thank you very much. Or I could put it in my shop. Let's see. We are going to start this at 75. I should start it higher because the stone is so rare, but we're starting it at 75 and it's running. Killer, killer stone. Do you see that pyrite? Just amazing stone. I'm going to try to turn it so you can see it from different angles. And then this has got like some concrete looking. That was a killer deal. You scored. That's probably a $150, $195 ring. But I didn't have to flip it. I didn't have to advertise it. So yeah, I'm happy. All right, congratulations, MS. Won the giveaway. When you're buying from me and I'm picking stuff for you, I always try to pick things that match your style too. So that's kind of cool. All right. All right, here's the other bolo. And it's got kind of an interesting thing. Never seen one like this before. Look at this bolo. So this I thought was amber, but it's not. I tested it and it's citrine. These are gold, 14 karat gold. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those little dots. It's very tarnished, and this is a shell. All right, it's signed on the back, and I can't read the person's name very well, but you can see that. I believe it says 14 karat gold and sterling silver. It says JGOBINTES, I think. 14 karat gold and sterling silver. Really hard to read because they use the electric engraver. And if you've ever tried to write with one of those, my God, they shake so much. All right, here's your tips. The tips are handmade. So these are hand folded. Look at this. So they just folded it around, all handmade tips. Yeah, did you see that? So yeah. So there's your mark. Yeah. And this is not sterling silver here. You can see the verdigris. This is, just regular nickel silver. Yes, I don't know what that's about. Yes, I will show the cuff again. I will do that next. Thank you. Oh, we have a raid. Antiques at Maria's. Please give her a follow. Thank you so much. Let's run a giveaway for our new raid friends. And we are running. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm going to run this and then we'll run the cuff again. So I'm going to try to hold these up here so you can see these little tips while I'm running this. I have never had this on my website. I just got it. Really super cool. So you can see the gold, right? All right. Be sure to get into the giveaway. You will get a piece of vintage sterling silver jewelry. I am starting this at $100. Oh, shoot. I did the 30 seconds. Sorry, guys. So look how bright that is. It looks like amber, but it's not. We tested it. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it so much. And here's the side view. I tried to look up what this kind of shell is, and I failed. I don't know what it is. So here's the bolo. You just go up there and click on it. And it'll enter you. Just touch the giveaway thing up there. All right. Nobody wants that. All right. We're going to run this guy again. This big, huge cuff. A limpet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So we're going to run this. Could be yes. See, I knew you guys would know. All right. We're starting this. This is half price compared to what it is on my website. And we're going to change the time because I screwed up last time. All right. Starting at 300. It is very heavy. Super nice chunk of silver. Oh, the size. Yeah, 6 3/4. What a good memory. 6 3/4. It's pretty big. All right. We showed her again. And it is signed L. Spencer. All right. I'll go on. Do you want me to run it again, Pam? All right, here's a ring. Oh, okay, yeah, and those things, you cannot bend them. That silver is so hard, it's so hard to bend them. All right, we pay for this. Okay, this is a size, there's quite a few rings in this lot. Oh, this needs to be hammered. It has a little bit out of shape and we can't size it if it's not perfectly round. I'm hammering it down onto the mandrel so that we know exactly what size it is. It had a little point in it. It's still a little bit pointy. It's about a 5.5, but I'm gonna call it a 5 3/4. Really nice, pale. This has got a little bit of matrix here. We'll start this little guy at 25. That's what I paid. Nice feather. 5 1/4 to 5.5. See, it's a little bit oval. I'll hammer it out a little bit before I ship it to get it perfectly round. Since this is just, I'm pulling it from when I bought it. I didn't fix anything, clean anything, any of that. So super nice. I love this little line of raindrops too. Very cute. We had something else with that. I wonder if it was made by the same artist. All came from the same place. Handmade raindrops. This is made with two shanks soldered together instead of the cold chisel split. All right, congratulations. I'm glad I'll be sending you a box. And I just threw that on top of my pen. Right. Let's see what else we've got here. I'm going to do this necklace. Right. This is a really good early necklace with 3 early beads. Let's look at the edge. See, the beads are not as early as the ones with they're not hammered. Okay. So I hardly ever have this kind. These are old, but hand soldered, but you can see right here that they don't have the little lip on the edge. So they actually drilled those. It's a little bit later, but not, I mean, they're like 1960s probably. So 3 Hogans, 1960s, coral, and white Heishi, probably 16 inches long, but could be 15. We better measure it. 16 inches, it's got the old barrel clasp. We have a winner. Jackie, congratulations. 16 inches. All right. And we're going to start this at $20. The beads themselves are worth that. Sterling silver beads, good patina. You're welcome. I'm glad you're here. You can see a little bit of the cable there. I love the lip on this one. Really good old solders. All right, congratulations, Wendy. All right. Okay, you guys want to see something bougie? I got some bougie up here. This was made by a designer called Les Baker. All right, this is an 8-carat amethyst. This guy did everything in the style of Native American, and he had a store in the Southwest, and he had all Native Americans working for him. He bought from Native Americans. It was a total Southwestern Native American store, but he also did work himself. He passed away in 2014. His stuff is highly collected. So this is a Les Baker piece. Isn't that gorgeous? Insane stone. I'm really happy to get this. It is a size 8. I find the marks. You know what? The tag on it says, oh, here we go. All right. So it's got double marks on it. All right. So it says Les Baker on the inside, but Jim Spence on the other side. So this was a Jim Spence piece sold at Les Baker, or it was a group effort. All right, so let me show you these markings. All right, so there's the Jim Spence, and then on the inside is Les Baker and Sterling. So it could have been a collaboration, but killer piece. Size 8, 8 carat, beautiful, clean amethyst. I did test it. All right, isn't that gorgeous? And it is, I'm starting this at $100. And I hope you guys like it. I paid $125 for it, but I didn't want to take time changing the starting price. Little rose on the side. That's okay, that's fine. Because this is an unboxing, you know, I'm looking at it and I'm learning as I'm looking at it. So it's a collaboration between Spencer and Les Baker. Super nice. Killer, killer stone. That is like a clean amethyst. You got a great deal, Sherry. Congratulations. Big Daddy. It's kind of a Big Daddy, but I have a bigger Big Daddy tonight. I've got a Big Daddy that's got some rare turquoise, very expensive ring. It's like the bigger Daddy. You guys want to see it? It's expensive. All right, here it comes. This is the bigger Daddy. This is extremely rare turquoise. This is Red Mountain turquoise. It is sold by the carat. Not quite as expensive as Lander Blue. Someday I'll tell you guys about Lander Blue. I've got 2 pieces of it that I can show you. So this is Bigger Daddy. It is not marked. You can see the marks here. This was probably sand cast. You can see all the flow marks. I paid up for this baby, I'll tell you, but these stones. I found one stone of Red Mountain for $624. That was the cheapest one I could find. That was real Red Mountain. It's a size 9, a little bit bigger than a 9. Surely a man's ring, but a woman could wear this. These stones, I saw them as high as $2,400. Yeah, I'll next time we do a Native American, I'll dig out my Lander Blue and show you. And I have a story with one of them, how I got it from a Navajo guy. It's a long story, but all right, we're gonna start this at, I have to change the price on this because I paid more for that. Bear with me, we have to edit. And we are going to go, where's the price? I can't wait until I have this whole system just wired. Okay. Save changes. And then we have to find it again. All right, the bigger daddy, size 9, starting at $395. And I'm sorry I did 30 seconds. I didn't fix that. And that is a killer deal for Red Mountain turquoise. You see the color? It's got black and red matrix. If you don't need it tonight, that's fine. We know where it's going to go. I kind of bought it for my website, but I wanted to show you guys because this is a really rare piece. And this is the kind of stuff that when I see things like this, my heart just skips a beat. So you got to see it and it'll be around. And that was the bigger daddy. All right, next, this little guy. I wanted to look at this stone before I show you, but nope, it's the real deal. This is killer. I've never seen a stone like this. Look at this thing. I thought this might be filler, but it's not. It's natural. Yeah, I could. I definitely could. So look at that thing. Is that like to die for? Look at all these different colors. I do not know what mine that is. I'm not even going to pretend to guess. It has a sterling written in block letters, older style, older. See, it's a size 6, old style bezel, probably 1960. Isn't that great? Isn't that is just something else, that stone. So we're going to start that at 75. And we're going to make it 15 seconds, not 30. And there it goes. That is one of a kind, rare stone. Two different kinds of matrix, this dark chocolate matrix. Just, I don't think so. Blackjack is something, it might, so these mines change names over the years. This is an older ring that could be blackjack. It might be blackjack when it was named something else. But I know more of the old names. I do not know what this is. That was a killer deal. Yeah, some of these mines have changed names 20 times. Every time they get a new owner, they get a new name, and you kind of have to keep up on that to know what's what. I don't keep up on the newer stuff because I don't buy the newer jewelry. I stick with the vintage. Killer deal. Excellent rare stone. All right. Here is a Morenci ring with some really nice mottled color. This is done with a knife edge here, handmade raindrops. You've got two cold chisel splits in the shank. I actually bought this for me and it's too small. It's a size 6 1/4. So yeah, that's really nice. You can see a little bit of verdigris back here. All right. Oops, get my face out of this. You can really look into, I want you to be able to look into that stone and see all the different color specs in there. Killer. All right. And we're going to start that at 50. Size a little bit, yeah, 6 1/4. Super pretty. Morenci mine. You can see little tiny flecks that when I turn it this way of pyrite in there. That is like a telltale sign for Morenci is the pyrite. So yeah, super nice. I like all this black and the dark blue and all that in there. It's just super nice. And that was a good get too. You guys are getting some good deals on rings. Okay, that is Sarah's. All right. Let's go back to some of these little earrings. I found the little baby bracelet too. We'll do that. Okay, so this is an old Bell Trading Post little kid's bracelet. And you can see the mark right there. It's got the signpost. Let me get out of here. There we go. The signpost mark. It's got a nice deep stamp, probably from the 1950s. And there's your stamping. It is for a size, let's see, probably 5 inch. So tiny little wrist. Okay. We're going to start this at, it's a granddaughter bracelet. I'm going to start it at $20. And there we go. Bell Trading Post stamping, good trading post piece. This is done with a hole punch. So this is one that was not factory stamped. This is back when they still hand stamped them. So yeah, little kid. Let's see if I can put my fingers in there to kind of make it get up there a little bit closer. There you go. I thought I saw some stamping on these little raindrops, but no. That's got some nice detail there too. All right, congratulations. Right, this is BBG Love. Be sure to bookmark all of my shows. I'm going to be purging my website. I'm putting together a Victorian show. My next show is going to be all different kinds of gems. I've got really great beads, pearls with 14 karat gold clasps, just really cool stuff. Really neat things. I've got things from the 20s, just really fun stuff. Does this need to go out of here? All right, so this is this is a little bit more spendy piece. This is Fred Harvey era, but I will show you. It's got petrified wood, two absolutely beautiful. Yeah, if I can get enough together, whatever I've got, I'll pop it in there for Tosco. I did run a lot of it my last show. So look at that. It's got Let's see what it's got written on the back. It says, looks like somebody's it looks like somebody's driver's license number. Back in the early 1970s, they had a thing called Operation Identification, and you could go down to the police department and you could rent out an electric engraver, and then you engraved all your stuff with your ID. I am not tonight, but I do have a set of pearls that I got. They're not here tonight because they're not Navajo. They're made in Tosco, but they look like the Navajo ones that everybody wants, and those will be in my show on Saturday. They're really nice. I got one set. They're old. They're not like the ones. No, it's petrified wood. So in Arizona, they've got a petrified forest, and somehow they got a piece, and I got two matching. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to start this. I paid up for this. I'm going to start it at what I paid. I do that because I work on averages. Some things go higher, and so I'm starting it at 100, and it can always go on my website if it's. No, this is a pin. There's your pin back. Nice patina on the back there. It's a big one. It's a really nice size. So yeah, this is, but I never see two stones like this. I don't know what I've got because everything's in bags. I bought all this stuff and didn't have time to really look at everything. So we're looking at it together. All right, congratulations. That is a really rare piece. I try to find things that are way different that nobody else is going to have. All right, let's see. Oh, somebody was asking for a men's ring. Here's one. I knew there was one in here that was, a woman can wear this too, but it's definitely, this is so cool. All right. These stones are all satin finish. It's got a great patina. It's got some good age. Let me see if it's got any marks inside because this is the only second time I've ever seen it. This was sand cast. You can see the casting marks inside. So it's kind of bumpy. I do. I do get single earrings, and I've got a lot of them. I've got some great ones that have a lot of stones on them, zinny ones. I will put them in my next show if you can come. All right, this is a size 9.5, so a man or a woman can wear it. It's a good hunk of silver. Let's see what I paid for this one. Okay, we're gonna start this. And that is a really nice piece of coral. I'm gonna start this at 100. What's wrong, Quinny? My cat's giving me very forlorn meows. So this is hat pins. I'd love to see what that looks like. Looks like all different lines here, but these kind of look the same, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, that's going on my website. All right. Let's see. Got some little guys here. I don't know if these are Native American or not. Let's see. These are just little. Oh, that is. All right, this is definitely Native American. Isn't that cute? It looks like it's a little wonky. Oh, it really is. You know what, you guys? I should hammer this out and put it in the next show. That's how it came out of the bag. We're not having it. That is just too bad. Okay, these are not Native American. I don't think. Let me take them off this card and look at the back. It just came with this lot. Oh, it might be. I might be wrong. Let me see what it says. Nope, these are Mexico. All right. Somebody wanted Mexico. All right. These are little, I don't think the turquoise is real on these. I'm going to say that's not real turquoise. These are just little Mexican earrings. And all right, I'm going to start these at. I've been in business for 27 years. So I did my studying, knowing what I've got, and everything always sells. I'm gonna start these at $10. Sometimes, if something's real bougie, people will have to visit it for a while and look at it, and they'll decide that they have to have it. So there we go. Little Mexican. They say Mexico on the back. So yeah, cute little earrings. All right. Good deal. That was a good get. Yeah, doing your homework is really important. There's a book by John Adair that's about the construction of Native American jewelry back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. That's where I started, and it's a really good read. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's called Silversmithing of the Pueblo Indians or something like that, but it's incredible. I learned so much from that. And started there and asked a lot of questions, spent a lot of time. I had a Native American man named Ernie. He's since passed away, but he taught me so much too. And yeah, oh, this is really cool. This is a little kid's ring. It's only a size, I mean, I pull this out of the bag. I don't even remember buying this. It's a size 3. It's pretty early. And if you look at this one raindrop right here, it's all bubbly. I mean, all handmade. Nice piece of bicolored turquoise. Cute little ring, size 3. It could be a pinky ring. I'm going to start this at 15. It could be, a ring that you wore, up here, but my hands are so swollen I can't even do that. But cute little bicolored stone. And there's your cold chisel split. All right. Good deal for $15, huh? All right, let's do a couple more of the earrings. The new old store stock. Oh, these are killer. God, the original price. So these had a little piece of sponge with them. Look at these turquoise dots. These are about $125 earrings. Their original price 70 years ago, $7.50. They will come with the original card. Grandma's jewelry box smell. I'm going to start these at 75 because they're so good. And if you guys don't want them, I'll probably keep them and wear them because they're so cute. But yeah, turquoise dots are the difference between turquoise dots and snake eyes. Dots are inlay, and the snake eyes are set in little prongs or in bezels. But yeah, these are killer. That was a really, really good deal. I'm a little jealous. I would have kept them and wore them. They're so nice. All right, let's see. E-L. Oh, Jessica. Okay. Number 6. You're going to love those. Great deal. All right. What else is in the new old store stock bag? Okay, these don't have a card and they are later and they were like kind of laying in the box underneath everything. So I snagged them, but these are absolutely 1970s, but they're super cute. So yeah, and they're a pretty good size. So let me see if I can hold on to these to start the auction without dropping them. Super nice. I'm gonna start these at 50. All right, they're running. Yeah, I like the little skip work here on this little addition. Definitely coral and natural turquoise. And I'm sorry I'm covering up the one little earring up there. I'll drop it if I move my hand at all. But yeah, these are super great. So I'm gonna try to turn it around so you can see the back. All right, let me see if I can get a better hold on them so you can see both stones. There we go. All right, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Antique Mafia. I just thought about the time. I have so much fun. I lose track of time doing this. And we are going to raid into Eowyn's show at 6 o'clock. So we have an hour and 15 minutes left. Oh, So this came from the lady, I don't know the age of this, but I would say 1970s. This was in the box, right next to those earrings I just showed you. So these are really good old stones. I want to look at the holes and I'll tell you what I'm looking for. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, these are early. Okay, so how you tell an early bead, you look at the holes, you look at one side, look at the size of the hole. So look at that hole right there. And then we're going to turn it over to the other side and see how the hole's bigger and it's all chippy. That was done by hand with a I don't know what you want to call it, but like a little hand drill. So these are all hand drilled. You always look at your beads and you know if you're getting some early ones, if you've got kind of a cone shaped hole. Let me see if I find another one that's good and chippy. Oh yeah, these are good old beads. Here's a good chippy one for you. See if I can get it closer so you can see. All right, so here's the fat side in there, all chippy. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's the skinny side. So these are good old beads. Might even be 100 years old. These, I didn't test them because I'm just pulling this out. They look like they're sterling. I'm going to say they're probably sterling, but they've got that funny little seam on them. So this might have been this little seam. I don't really like it when I see beads like that. This might have been something that somebody made like in the 70s out of older beads. And then these, I'm not going to say these are sterling, but they might be. But the beads, really old. They probably were repurposed in the 70s. And I'm learning right now as I'm showing this to you. It's 14 inches long. All right, we're going to go. These beads are old. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. I'm going to start them at 75. And I don't mind keeping them. But yeah, do you see how old and chippy they are? They're just, these are old, old beads. All natural. No soaking in resin for these. Yeah, so now you know how to check the holes on your beads to see. And look at this one. This one's bigger. Yeah, these are repurposed old beads. Look at that one. This is very cool. Very cool old piece. I always, when I see a piece that's got uneven beads, I'm always checking the holes because they do repurpose things. And when you find something like this is like a sleeper. This is, you got a treasure, absolute treasure. I probably have a size 9 ring. There's a lot of rings here. As I pull them, we'll size them. I don't know exactly what's here because I bought these last weekend and I haven't looked at them since. Number 7. What a treasure. Yeah, you'll have fun looking at those with a loupe. Just thinking about somebody sitting there with the beads on a rock, trying to drill them by hand and they're chipping all over the place. All right, let's see. Let's pull a ring. Those all look kind of small. All right, here's a big one. I just got this one. This has got a great mark on it. I believe this is fox turquoise. It is a size 7.5. All right. Isn't that pretty? Lots of applique work. And there's your hallmark. Very well marked. Looks like it's BOM or yeah, it's BOM. Don't know who that is. It's got the old style sterling mark with the block letters. And it's got a real simple, they still have a cold chisel split in there. You can look and see it right there. So let's see. What did I say? 7.5? Yeah. Fox turquoise. We're going to start this at 75. I should start it at 100, but we're going to start it at 75. Lots of applique work. Nice statement piece. There's your side view. So you've got quite a nice dome on this stone. Has a nice polish. Very, very finished ring. Has almost a Victorian look to it. Super, super nice quality. And I think Andrea is the new owner. Thank you. Number 8. Oh, we need to run a giveaway. I keep forgetting. Let's run another giveaway for a piece of vintage There, it's running. Okay. Kind of lost my mind there for a moment. This little ring is not Native American. I think it's Mexican. The stamping is so messy, but I'm pretty sure this is Mexican. It needs to be hammered real quick. A little bit oval. It is a size 8. It's lapis that is very, very pale and doesn't have much of a shine to it. Very natural. See, it's really hard to read the mark. I'm sure that's a Mexican mark though. And we're going to start this at $10. There we go. Oops, I'm getting my face out of there so you can see. That's very natural. It's just got a real natural surface. How do I tell between lapis and Citus? I don't know what that is. Now you got me. I got to write that down. I got to look that up. All right. Congratulations. That was a good get. Nice. I have to write down this. Cita Steen. Okay, well, I'm going to do my research. I don't know what it is, but I'll be honest. Sodalite. Okay, so lapis will have, you can look and you'll see like little bits of pyrite in there. Sodalite will have like a white, almost like a spider web, but straight line of white in it, and the colors different. But yeah, with sodalite, you definitely don't have the pyrite. Once you've handled it a lot, you're like, yeah, I know what this is. All right, into the little thing here. And I do buy sodalite pieces. And then azurite can look like sodalite without the white striations. All right. I'm looking for a big one in here. I just don't even know what I've got. It looks like these aren't super big, so we're just going to run them. Ooh, that's a nice stone. All right, this is a hefty one. Look at that stone. That's like got a lot of looks like quartz inclusions. Oh yeah, lots of quartz. Needs to be cleaned. Like I said, I just have like some wax on it. Just pulling these out. This is totally a natural stone. No polish and get me out of here. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? All right, here's what your band looks like. Got a nice layers of silver, nice fat hammered band, cold chisel split, nice strong. Let's see what size this is. This is Navajo. It's a 6.5. Killer stone. Oh, I didn't know that. See? I just bought a really cool black light. This little thing. I got to play with it and see what all these different stones do. Okay, so we're going to start this. What did I pay for this? Okay. I'm going to start this at 50. You know, these natural stones are not easy to find. I can go through a tray of rings and I'll be lucky if there's one in there because they're all, and I don't mind stabilized, but I'll tell you if it's stabilized, but I definitely specialize in the natural. And they're not as shiny and they're not as perfect, but boy, are they exciting and pretty. You got a good deal. All right. But they're more rustic. I will say that I like it that way. Not everything I get's that way, but that's what makes my heart skip a beat. All right, here's a little cuff. This is not marked. This has a Tahi look, but it's not. So this is Navajo. Pretty heavy. Nice bars here at the end. Stamp decorated. This is carinated. These two, and then this is twisted wire. The size, I'm not going to weigh it, but it's pretty heavy. It's a 6.25. Put it on my arm. That's what it looks like on. I'm going to start this at 100, which is what I paid because of the weight. All right. And there we go for that. No stone, just nice, heavy sterling bracelet. And it can go on my website if we don't like that. There's the back. And we have a winner, Deborah. Congratulations. All right, we like stones. All right, here's another men's ring. This, I believe, is Mexican. Didn't even know this was in here. Yeah, this is Mexico. Let me see. It is marked 925 CMM, Mexico. This is probably made in 1980s. That is serpentine, I believe. And then tiger's eye and onyx. All right, so there it's a nice thick guy. It is a size 11. And I'm going to start this at 35, which is what I paid. And there we go. So there's you can see your channels. Isn't that nice? It's a nice tiger's eye. It's got a good patina, nice thick piece of silver. There's your mark on the inside. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Jessica, I keep losing my pen. Got all these bags piled up here. All right. There we go. In we go. What time is it? We got 1 hour left and then we will be raiding. All right. Where's those little earrings? I want to go back to oh, here they are. Kind of went over to the side. I want to go back to these earrings. You guys got to see these are so cute. Okay, so these did not have a card. They were kind of just sitting there. Come on, where'd it go? These would be considered petty point. These are set from the same era, the same collection. Oh, you're ready, girlfriend. All right, so these kind of remind me of snowflakes in a way. These are Zuni. These came with all of these are new old store stock. They just didn't have their card anymore. And I should start these at about 75, but I'm going to start them at 50. And there we go. All right, here's the size. Really nice Zuni needlepoint that's a little bit fatter than normal. New old store stock. Super cute. Good Christmas earrings, huh? Kind of look like snowflakes. This is a pretty rare design. I've not had this before. That was a good get. Thank you very much. Number 15. And there's 2 pairs of cross earrings down at the bottom of the box. So I'm going to pull those and show those to you. I found the little necklace. I put them in here. So we'll run that. If the person who still wanted the little necklace is here, it's here. It's a Zuni. All right, here it is. And there's the chain. All right, the chain is, yeah, they are pretty. Okay, the chain is 18 inches. Let's see if it's got any marks. Nope. All right, there we go. We will start this at $20. Little Zuni chain necklace. Isn't that cute? They're almost mint colored. So yeah, really cute. I'm always watching for stuff like this, but they're super popular and they're not really that easy to find. All right, and we have a winner, Jessica. I'm gonna go back to earrings. All right. I knew it was in here. Number 4. Oh, this hair. All right, I'm gonna make sure there's 4 of these earrings. There's 2 pair, and I just want to make sure that they're all the same as I put them together because I don't want to mix anything up. Okay, so they definitely have pairs. One has shiny. All right, so here's the first pair. These are Zuni inlay. little crosses. The other pair is a little bit shinier bulls. They got bulls. All right. So these came with, this is the new old store stock. This is the size. Got a little bit of Jesus for tonight. If I can get a hold of these. All right, there we go. Oh, that is really lame the way I'm holding them. All right. You are welcome. Thank you. All right, we're starting these at 50. All right, I'll try to hold them better. There we go. That's all inlay work. A new old store stock. I hope she has more stuff left. It was all there and I just should have bought it all, but I was in such a rush. I hope I can get everything that she had. All right, congratulations. Put that in here. And write your name on it. Thank you. All right, if you were bidding on those and you're sad, here's the other pair. The bulls are a little shinier, but they came from the exact same place. So these have a little bit more shine going on, but same thing. We'll start those at the same price. Don't have any more than this. I was lucky to get two. All right, there we go. And they're running. And we've got some nice patina. I try to turn it around. There we go. Good patina from age. See a stone here that's turned a little greener with age. That happens if a stone's a little bit more porous than some of the other ones. You did. Did you get your stickers? And I have one set that they're actually made in Tosco, but they're old. They have an early Tosco number. Thank you. I will have them at my show on Saturday. They're fun, huh? And you get a little candy bracelet. I think I have 32 candy bracelets left, so I will use the rest of them up. I don't know who will get them, but you'll get a little candy bracelet and some stickers with your order. I love wrapping things up. And if you buy something that's really big and hard to pack, it'll come in like an antique tin or a basket or whatever I can find that will protect it when it's being shipped. So you'll get a little bonus. All right, here's another pair of these earrings, and then I'll do some rings. All right, look at those. Aren't those cute? You got your candy bracelet right on. Thank you. Original price back 70 or 60 years ago, $6. Aren't those cute? Inlay turquoise Zuni. These are such a score. I'm so glad you like it. It's fun. That makes it fun for me. It's sort of like decorating, you know? You just get to decorate your package and all right, go to the shop. We're starting these at 50 and they're running. So yeah. It kind of feels like a kid. Candy bracelet. I don't know. When I get stuff, it feels, I want you to feel like you're getting a present, you know? All right. Congratulations. New old store stock. Number 18. All right. Let's go back to some rings because I've got lots and lots of rings. Now, what did I pay for these? I think this one is a Tommy Singer. Yeah. Yep. This is a Tommy Singer, the famous Tommy Singer. So he's the one that invented the shiprock mosaic. All right. So that's one of his marks that he liked to do. Yeah, she's doing good. She's a type 1 diabetic. I had a show where I was really worried she went really low, but she's doing good. Um, I don't know what this is, probably original price, and there's your Tommy Singer mark. So this is the real deal, Tommy Singer. Let's see. It's a 6 and I would say a 6 and a third if there's such a thing. All right. So there we go. Tommy Singer. This is peyote bird. No, Phoenix bird. Coral and turquoise shards. 6 and a third is what I'm going to call it because it's right between a fourth and a half. I'm going to start this at $50. for a Tommy Singer, which is ridiculous, but whatever. We're just going to do it. We've got some stones that are a little darker in there. The real deal, your Tommy Singer mark, some red writing on the back, cold chisel split shank. And this was done with 2 layers of silver. The design was done in the top half. They sandwiched them together and then they filled it with the shiprock mosaic. Yeah, Tommy Singers I hardly ever come across. He was very prolific at one time, and he that whole shiprock area, they all did this design. So his brother and there was a couple of his friends that would all do all this mosaic work. This was all done with a knife edge. So it's probably an earlier piece. Congratulations, Wendy. The Tommy Singer got it home. Yeah, I did know there was a Tommy Singer in there. I remembered that, but I didn't remember what it looked like or anything. Yeah, I sourced in the wild and it was rough sometimes, I'll tell you, but it's fun. I came home smiling. Oh, this is a killer stone. Wow. All right, you ready for that? Look at that. Is that something else? I don't know what mine that is, but that is stunning. Yeah, he was an amazing artist. Okay, so you've got your hammered shank, cold chisel split, and a hammered raindrop on each side. This is a smaller size, I can tell. Unfortunately, I wish it was like my size. It is a tight 5.5. I'm going to call it 5 1/4, a loose 5 1/4. But that is one heck of a stone. And that is natural, just with a polish. You can see right here, there's your inclusions, your matrix, killer stone. All right, we're starting this at $50. I wish it was bigger. I'd start it for 75. But wow, what a stone. Great pinky ring. Isn't that awesome? That color is so vivid. See, when I see things like that, I just go, oh, I know, right? I have that too. I used to wear little sizes like this, but then you get old and you get the arthritis and the swollen hands and nothing fits anymore. One of these days I'm going to go through all my gold rings and sell the ones that don't fit. That'll be quite a show. Well, I'm glad to see you're here. Road trip is coming in the lead. All right, thank you. I thought you weren't here tonight. Awesome. Right. There we go. Let's see what else is in this bag. That was definitely a sleeper. We've got 2 more rings in here. That's nice. Okay, this one, this is another little one. This might be Mexican. It's got a Mexican feel to it. Oh, yeah. It says Mexico stamped really deeply and 925 very deeply, and it's got a number 3 eagle stamp. And it also has an artist mark that I don't recognize, so I will show you. Here's the ring. It looks like mosaic work. Let me see. Yeah, that's mosaic work. All right, made in Mexico. Here's how thick it is. Now, there's your marks, your eagle stamp, and then on the other side is an artist name. It could be somebody famous. I don't know what that is. And I studied those things pretty hard, but I don't know what that is. This is a little ring. This is a size 4 3/4. So this is definitely a pinky ring. All right. Nice hunk of silver. Oh, here's your channels. Got to see the channels. All right. Good old Mexican ring. And we're going to, what did I pay for these? I'm going to start this one a little bit lower than I paid. We're going to start it at 35. There we go. Because it's supposed to be Native American tonight. But that's a really nice ring. So there's your side view. And road trip. Congratulations. You're going to like how heavy that is. It is a chunk of silver. Yes, Phoebe, did you guys hear that? She's like, Mama. It's time for bed, but it's not. It's 5:11. It's not time for bed. It's really not. Good girl. All right, this is a Navajo. Boy, this is all right. I know. Look at this. Look at that funky bezel. So this was somebody who was probably learning how to do this. Cold chisel split shank, very funky. Um, size 7. I'm gonna start this way lower than I paid. It's very, very rustic. I'll say that. I'm gonna start this at 20 bucks. But yeah, looks like a little bit of pyrite in there. I probably do. This is I am unpacking after I buy and I'm learning with you what I bought. So I don't know what's in here. We're learning together. So this one I think I said what the size is. It's a 7. Very rustic, very primitive. Look at the waves on that. Foxy Angel, congratulations. Number 5. All right, let's see if we've got any bigger. Got this guy here, and then I've got some gold ones I'll show you. This one looks like it's a little bit bigger. Let's see if it's got a mark. Okay, I see a call out on this one. Put this on here. All right, this one is a size 9 1/4. Now I got to find the call out. This is so primitive. I lost it. All right. I can't find it, but it's very small. All right, look at this band. First of all, I'll show you the ring. So it's all inlaid with raindrops. Super good early piece. Look how wavy and funky this band is. It's that way all around. Look at all this. So there's all kinds of weird little marks. The the cold chisel split, they kind of went off center. Thank you. All right, so you can see it's all uneven, very, very primitive construction. And somewhere I saw a tiny little crack. I'm going to try to find it. It would have been there since they made it, but I want to call that out. Okay, there it is. It's tiny, but I don't know if you can see it. But there's a tiny little crack right there. So I just want you to be aware of that. It's not, the ring's not going to crack or anything, but I just want you to know that it's there. So super cute. This is the original color of the turquoise. All of these stones have turned dark with age. This one was a little bit harder and a little less porous, so it stayed. I love it when they do that. All right, I'm going to start this at 35 because of the call out. I paid 50, but super, super nice. I don't think the crack is going to make a difference, but it's there, so I have to tell. So there's your side view. There's your back, and then you can see how lumpy and uneven and just absolutely wonderful this is. I love them when they show evidence of being handmade and hand forged. It's just awesome. One of a kind. All right. That was a good get. Let me put that down. The little papers are stuck together. Number 7. Hi there. How you doing, Tracy? Nice to meet you. All right. I'm going to do a necklace. See if this is signed. I remember seeing this. Don't remember if it's signed or not. Don't see any signature on it. Sure, this is Navajo. This is Navajo and onyx. All right. So that's the size of it. And we've got multiple pendants. It's definitely got patina. I can tell by the way that the stone is shining that it's not jet. So we've got all of these pendants. Let's measure how long it is. Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a nice statement piece, but not over the top. Right. It is 20 and a half, it looks like, with the width of the center concho. All right. I'm going to see what's going on with, oh, that's just a reflection. I saw red, but guess what? It was a reflection from my shirt. All right, so I'm going to hold this up here. Beautiful patina. It will polish up if you don't like this satin look. I prefer the patina. So we're going to start this at, this is a little less than I paid, but we're going to just take a chance. Starting at 75. And I like the chain. It's got rounds and longs, so it's kind of a cool looking chain. Super pretty. You can tell it'll shine up to a high shine if you want it that way. Very nice size. A nice departure from turquoise if you just want something to go with your black dress. Definitely the black stone's a good thing. All right, Andrea, that was a good buy. Okay, Andrea. Oh, let's do another giveaway. We only have 45 minutes. We've got more giveaways to do. All right, here we go. Piece of sterling silver vintage jewelry. My choice. All right, got more earrings. I don't know what rue means. All right, another pair of new old store stock. Original price was $4. I don't know what rue is. It might be a person that made it. Here's the size. I'm so lucky to get these. I just love it. I'm so glad. You're going to love it when you see it in person. Things are always better in person. All right. We're going to go with 50 on these because of what I paid, but here we go. These are running. Super cute, little Christmas stars. So these are snake eyes because they're set in a bezel instead of inlaid. Inlaid, they're called dots. So snake eye earrings. All right, congratulations. One pair of snake eyes. Right on. All right, going back into the bag. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, those are cute. All right, these are really tiny. All right, so here's dots. Turquoise dots, Zuni. How about a stupid joke? I don't have a stupid joke. You have a stupid joke as long as it's clean. All right. Original price was $6. These are tiny, tiny. Can you imagine trying to make those? All right, we're starting these at the same price, $50 because of what I paid, and they're running. Super nice. Be sure to smell that. It smells like grandma's jewelry box. Oh, that's a great idea. Show her the book. I don't know. I sold some earlier. I don't know what else is here because we're pulling it out for the first time since I bought them. So I'm learning what I bought as you're seeing it. Yeah, your book is very cute. 22. All right. I've got two more pair in this. And this might be the end of those after these two pair. All right. These had a higher starting price. Oh, wow. Look at that. All right. So look at those. These are the biggest ones in the group. And their original price way back when, let me put this down here a little bit. There was $50. So these were the highfalutin bougie ones of their day. I'm going to start them at $50 at the price they were many, many years ago. All right. And there they go. And there's the size. Oh, you're too funny. All right. There we go. You can wear them this way. You can wear them that way. They're definitely Zuni. All right. You got a good deal. You got them at a 60-year-old price. But so did I. So that's good. Number 23. All right. Here's the last pair in this group. Oh, it's got a little spongy thing behind it too. All right. These look like little snowflakes too. So these are Petty Point. These are really fine. Aren't those cute? Look like snowflakes. I don't know why it has this little funky spongy thing. Looks like the original price, I don't know if it was 50 or 5 because the thing's in the way, but it doesn't matter anyway. We're starting these at 50. I think it's the last pair from this lot, except for the one that needs to be fixed. It's got a bent post, so I have to fix that and I'll put them in the next show. But here we go. Petty Point, vintage, old store stock. New old store stock. Looks like they reused this. So yeah, I love finding things like this. Just just killer find. Right? And we have a new owner. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna have a winner here for the giveaway. Dun 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 dun. All right, Amanda Dale. Congratulations. I will be sending you a prize in the mail tomorrow. Orders will go out tomorrow. All right, let's see what else we've got here. We're going through you should see the pile of baggies over here. It's crazy. All right. That baggie's gone. That baggie's empty. Oh, I found a baggie of rings. They look like little ones. Oh, and I found a necklace. Let's do the necklace. Oh, two necklaces. Hmm. All right. So this one is mother of pearl. It's got the little tube bail. All right. The necklace looks like it might be 20 inches long. I didn't remember this being in here. No, it's 18. All right. It's signed right there. Part of an old price on the back. We don't know what that was. What did I pay for this? Okay, I can start this. Pretty low at 35. And there we go. And this is what it looks like. It's a pretty good size piece. Really nice little feathers. 4 feathers, 2 here and 2 there. A lot of times people think these are leaves, but they're actually feathers. So yeah, that's pretty. Here's your back again. Oops, I'm dropping it. Be sure you bookmark my other shows. I'll be back again on Saturday with some of your requests, and I have a huge box of jewelry that I bought. Not as much Native American because I kind of pulled it for this. Congratulations, but great stuff. I love everything I got. So I came home just smiling. I was out buying for 3 days. Number 8. All right. And the other one that was in there with that is little. I think that's peyote bird because it's got this. It could be a roadrunner, but I'm pretty sure that's peyote bird. This is Zuni. I got a lot of Zuni stuff this time in the old stuff. Let's see if it's got a signature. I don't think it does. There we go. Nope. All right, let's see how long the chain is. Feels like 18. Yep, it's an 18-inch chain. Old Zuni peyote bird inlay. All right, so we've got jet and we've got turquoise, we've got coral, and we've got mother of pearl. I'm going to start this at 35. And there we go. This is probably from the 1960s. Thank you so much. Ewan is the best moderator. I just love her. And you guys are going to love her show. She has the best collection because she's a collector and she's got her stuff and then she sells stuff from her collection. When you left before I said what? Oh, congratulations. Oh, what time era? This is 1960s. All right. Takes me a little longer when it's a long name, but it's important to get it on there. Makes shipping go so fast with no mistakes. All right. Another bag bites the dust. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, here's a ring. It's a, oh, I found two more pairs of earrings. Cool. All right. Oh, this has got a nice mark on it too. So this is a nice ring. This is called seafoam turquoise. It's all just natural with a little bit of a polish. Not tonight, but I will have chains in my next show on Saturday. Get that nice handwork there. So this has got a fan on this side and this has got handwork. So each side's different. And the hallmark inside's excellent. Didn't look it up because this was only the second time I've seen it. So it's got a good hallmark inside. We're getting to that part. This is a size 9. Somebody was asking for size 9s. Here we go. Signet style ring, size 9. What did I pay for it? Okay, we're starting this. It's a good hunk of silver. I paid more for it because of the weight. So we're starting it at 75. And there we go. We're running. So you can see it's got a nice dome on that stone. Yeah, I heard that silver went up really high today, but I haven't looked yet. And I'm going to turn it around this way so you can see the other decoration on the other side. So it's got like reversible decorations on each side. Kind of a cool little thing. Nice tall stone. Little raindrops and a feather. All right, road trip. Congratulations. Ten. Okay. Yeah, that's 10. All right. I found two more earrings. I thought I was done with those earrings, but I'm not. All right, so this pair, oh, these are cute. All right, these are needle point or petty point. These are petty point. Oh, it's got, this is really cute. All right, so we've got snake eyes and petty points in these cute little dangles. All right, original price $6, back whenever. Still on the original old card, new old store stock. And we're starting these at 50. I can sell these for 125 on my website all day long. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. It was killer. Yeah, I do have some small rings. I came home just smiling. I scored so many things. So this is the last few pieces from some new old store stock that I got, and she has more, and I'm going back Saturday to get more from her. Whatever she's got left, if somebody else didn't snag them. But there was so much great stuff there. I was tired. I walked and walked and walked and wheeled and dealed, and it was just the best. I love that stuff. This girl was good in the wild. And then I saw a picker and actually two pickers that had stuff for me. 25. So yeah, it was loving it. Just loving it. One of these days I'll have to do like a little live when I'm out picking. All right. These are killer. Wow. I believe this is number 8. So number 8 turquoise usually has a really small webbing, but this would be like what they would consider to be the lower grade number 8, but that is killer. All right. Aren't those awesome? Their original price, $6, 60 years ago. I know that she charged me more for these. I'm going to have to go a little higher on the start if I can get it to go. I remember what she charged me. She goes, those are more. So I have to start these at 75, but those stones are killer. All right. That's what they look like on. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's number 8. Just not the real tight number 8. To me, this is like awesome. Back in the day, they'd be like, oh no, that's low grade. All right. Congratulations. Megan scored a good pair. Okay, so I think that's really the end, except for the pair I'm going to fix and I'll bring next time. I want to fix the post is bent and I want to inspect it and make sure it's not going to break off. We can't have you get a new pair of earrings and have the post break off. So we're going to be doing that and they'll come the next time. All right, let's see. How much time do we have left? We have half an hour. I've got just about enough stuff. All right, little rings. Oh, I didn't show you the gold. Let me do the little rings and then I'll show you the gold piece. It's a set. All right, these little guys. All right. Oh, look at that. That's a good piece. Let me see if this is a Maisels piece. It could be Bell. Oh, it's Maisels. I knew it. All right, so when you look in there and you see like this little weird Kachina guy next to the sterling, that's Maisels. Maisels was located in Albuquerque, and they had a workshop with a bunch of Native American silversmiths. Sort of like when you go to Krispy Kreme and you look through the glass window, they were in there and you could watch people make your jewelry. And that's very high end, great stuff. Let's see what size this is. It looks like it's about a 5. I hammer it a little bit. So I usually do this before I do a show. All right, this is a 5.5. Really nice pale turquoise. Maisels. What did I pay for this again? Okay. I'm going to start this at 35. Should be $95 ring being Maisels. I know, right? I used to be one of them. That's the worst part. Now I'm just this old lady with swollen hands. But it is what it is, you know? I got hands and they're working. Not so good, but they're working. Good old Maisels ring. Look at that. The reading on the side. Super nice. Really pretty. Nice little details. Maisels was always like that. They would have an extra detail, just a little bit something extra in their work. A little bit better than Bell Trading Post, I think. All right, congratulations. Yeah, you know what? That just happens. And you know what? You just have to say, well, whatever. So, yeah. It just is what it is. All right. This little guy, definitely Native American. Looking for a mark. Ooh, this has got pulled wire. I get to tell you about pulled wire. All right, let me see what size this is. This is, oh, another little one, but wait, somebody asked for little. So, all right, this is a 5.25. So this is a really nice piece of turquoise, natural. They kind of ran some solder in there and these two little, this kind of looks like a butt and whatever, but we've got two little raindrops. Now, I'm going to try to show you. See, whenever you see these little lines on the inside like this, they hand pulled that. So they took wire and they hand pulled it through a mold to get this half round shape. So that's hand pulled wire. That's a good thing. I know, especially when they're all lumpy and have holes in them and stuff. I love it. And then they cold chisel split it. All right. Um, this is, I forgot what size, a 5.25. All right, we're going to start this little guy at, let's have some fun. We'll start it at 15. Nice natural stone with some good matrix. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to go around the back. There's your little seam in your bezel. Nice wide bezel. Earlier rings have wider bezels. Then they started saving on the silver and making them smaller and smaller and gluing everything in. The older stones are glued in with pinion pine pitch too, by the way. You can, if you have a stone fall out, you can look in there, you can see some old brown tree pitch in there. Worked pretty good though. And you'll find sawdust back there or cork. All right, Jamie, number 3. Another little ring. All right, this one is also Native American. Someone asked for little rings. We've got them. This one's a little bit bigger, a 6 1/4 Navajo. Just a nice, simple little tourist ring with a cold chisel split and twisted wire rope. Natural stone. You can see it's got like a indentation there. Let me see if it's a little hole. Yeah, nah. Sometimes you'll see a hole and it'll have like a piece of a piece of quartz in there, but nope, that's just a natural thing. All right, we're gonna start this one at 15 as well and running. Just a good little turquoise ring, just a little accent ring. Very cute. There's your side view. Stone doesn't stick up too far. Nice, simple design, plain bezel, which tells you that it's older. Let me get my face out of here and get a little bit closer. Envy Girls, glad you're here. I'm glad I'm going to be sending you an envelope. Right. I think I've got one more little ring in here. I think this might be Mexican. Yep. All right. This is a little ring made in Mexico. I think that the stone is reconstituted turquoise. So it's a little Mexican ring. And it's a size 7 1/2. Reconstituted is where they would grind it up and remake it into a stone. You see a lot of that in the 1930s rings. I'm going to start this little guy at $10. Did I say the size or did I just think it? I don't know. A 7 1/2. Little Mexican ring. Kind of primitive looking, kind of cute. This is what it looks on. Reconstituted turquoise. Nice patina. Simple design, but cute. And Heidi comes in at the last minute, and now we're road trip again. Back with Heidi. They're duking it out over a little ring here. It wants a new mama. And it's road trip. It's road trip. It's road trip. And road trip for the win. Thank you. Number 4. Let's do one more giveaway. We've got like 20 minutes left, and then we're going to go on to Ewan's sale. Let's see, giveaway. All right. This is for a piece of vintage sterling silver jewelry, my choice. Oh, here's some earrings. I found a little bag. Oh, I got to show you the gold stuff. That's what I got to do before we get into those little things. All right. So this is a set, but I'm going to break them up. I just put a sticker on here so I would know what I paid for this. All right. All right. So look at that. Is that gorgeous? What's that? That's number 8. Super pretty. So I have to take the sticker off that I put on there. All right. And then here's the ring. And this is the most interesting turquoise I've ever seen. It looks like it just kind of fades out into little dots. The matrix is incredible on this one. So I want to see what I'll do the ring first. It's a little bit out of round. I need to hammer it because, like I said, this is coming out of the coming out. All right, let's see what if this has anybody's mark on it. Do the ring first. It says FH, and it is 120 12 karat gold filled, so it's over sterling silver. Did I say the size? I don't remember if I did or not. It's a size 7 with killer turquoise, probably number 8 like the other one, but I have never ever seen Matrix do that. It's like it just like went into particles or something. I don't know. So here we go. Let's see, what did I pay for this? I have to start this a little higher, but it's worth it. So we are on the giveaways. We have to go back where we were. I paid. Okay, this is going to have to start. I'm probably going to have to change a price. Yeah. I'm going to have to start this, edit listing. And we're going to go to, okay, and we're done with that. All right, save changes. Almost there. All right. And we are ready to run. We're starting it at 125. And we're going to go 16, not, I mean 15 seconds, not 30. There we go. All right, we're started. That stone is killer. So there we go. No, it's 120 12 karat gold plated over sterling. All right, that will be on my website. And the bracelet's more, we will run it. I'm going to take this off here. And I want to see if it's got the same FH mark on it. You guys get to see everything first here, and then it'll go up anything that we might need to think about for a while. I can also bring it back to a later show. Yep, it's also the same person, FH 120 karat gold filled. And this is definitely number 8. All right, the size is 6.5. Looks pretty good with my watch. So there we go. I'm going to start this at 250. The stone is very valuable, and we will run that. And if we don't like that, we will put this, I'll put it on my website, but then it'll be back here another day too, because it's Christmas. And there we go. She's going to go hang out with her twin. All right, back to the little stuff. And then we will be rating over. Oh, these are early. Oh, these stones are great. All right, these are Fred Harvey era, but these are so cool. So they used a repoussé pre-made setting for these, but look at those stones. Are those killer? Look at the ombre look. So these would have been probably in the 20s trying to make them look like fashion jewelry. And every once in a while you'll see these, but they were definitely sold at the trading posts. Probably the trading post owner bought these little settings and had them set the stones in there to make jewelry go faster. Nice patina, killer stones. Those are natural. We already did the 2 bolos tonight. That's all I've got. I'm going to start these at, what did I pay for them? Okay, I have to start these at 25. I would put these on my website for about 75. Super, super nice. Congratulations, Angie. Right on. All right. And there's your back. You see that it says sterling and you see the repoussé work, the shape. Super nice. I love the stone. It's almost white. But yeah, these are really good. This is something I don't find very often because usually I do the more traditional looking Native American. Jackie, that was a good deal. That was a good get. Something very rare. All right. All right. Did I miss anything? Okay, no. Whenever I look down and right, I'm like, somebody's saying something and I'm missing it. All right. All right. This is just a big hunk of turquoise on a sterling silver wire, a pendant. This was in with the group. And I will start that at $15. It's pretty big. You can put that on a piece of wire or on a chain. Come on, let's go. And we'll start that at 15 and running. All right, so there's that side. This is a hunk of turquoise. Definitely a man or a woman could wear this. I like this side the best. But that side is nice too, but I like all that matrix. All right, Jackie, thank you very much. Five. Right, and then I've got these little guys. See if they're marked. These are probably Zuni, but they're not marked. So I could just say that they're Southwest, but these are little post earrings. This is the size. We'll start these at 15 as well. Right, and there we go. So they're like that long. They're not marked sterling, but they are. Super cute. And we have, oh, I thought we had a winner. Oh, we have a little piece of fuzz flying around in here. There we go. Get my face out of there. All right. Darlene, congratulations. Number 6. All right. Now these earrings, I need to look at these. These don't have clutches on them, but I will put some on before I ship. I want to see what they say. These are Navajo. I was checking to make sure these weren't from the Philippines. They're marked RS. They're not Navajo. Zuni. So here you go. I believe this is lab created opal. Let me get super cute. There's your mark on the back. And then there's your mark sterling. All right. So they need clutches. I've got a box of clutches. So I'll stick clutches on there, and they're vintage ones. All right. We're going to start these at 15. And running. There. They've got some really bright color. Super nice. Getting all blurry. I don't like that. Matches my shirt. I'm trying so hard not to drop these. I'm trying to let you see the fire. There we go. This one's got a little bit more orange in it than the other one. I like all that orange up in here. It's got some good play of color, that's for sure. Oops. Now my hands are just not handling this well at all. There we go. All right, we have a winner. Congratulations, Ricky. Sorry I did such a bad job of holding on to those. It helps when they have a clutch on there. I have more to hang on to. Got to grab more of these little tickets here. All right. Ricky, 150. Number 7. Where did it? Oh, they're already in there. I'm looking, where did the earrings go? All right, I think that's all the little stuff. And then I've got 3 necklaces that I will. Here's a ring that I missed. So this ring is, let me see what it's marked. This is Native American. It's marked GATE and sterling. All right, so they did it with an electric engraver. Looks like it's been sized, but it has a call out. So look at these. Is that gorgeous? but we have a little crack right here and we have a little crack right here. And then we've got this funky thing. So the band is out of shape. I don't want to hammer on it or anything because I don't want to make this any worse, but it's not going anywhere. It's sturdy. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and run it because it is so great looking. Um, it's just a little on the fragile side. It is a size 12. So this is a big boy's ring. And I'm going to start this less than I paid because I didn't know it had a call out. I'm going to start it at $25. So yeah, I think it's stable enough to wear for sure. If somebody wanted to work on it and hammer it out just a little bit and get it round again, that'd be great. But it's got good marks, good wear, and the cornrows are just great. So yeah. So there's your one call out. All right, Wendy, congratulations. Hope you can fix her up a little bit. Right. We've got, let's do one more giveaway because we only have 8 minutes before we raid into jewelry chest. All right, one last giveaway, and that is running. All right, oh, necklaces. I've got 3 necklaces to show you. I'm going to show you the best one first. This is really early. So this is called a squaw wrap right here, and it's he, and hand soldered Hogan beads and turquoise. This was meant to be worn with these 3 beads in the front, and I want to look at the holes and see if they're hand punched. They're drilled. Not as old as some, but it's a pretty good old piece. All right, and the length is 29 inches. So this is a good old one. Look at those solders in the center. Very primitive, very cool looking. All right, we are going to start this at, I'm on the wrong page as usual. I'm going to start this at 50 because of how good this is. So look at that squat wrap. Isn't that great? And it's on original string. String feels good. Good early piece. So it's got some good length. That was a good deal. Congratulations. All right. Your little card. See if we can get 2 more necklaces going until we have to raid. I'm so glad you guys came. This is, I look so forward to this. It is so much more fun than sitting here for hours by myself, taking pictures, putting things up, writing listings. I get to talk to you. I get to tell you stuff. Yeah. So, all right. 2 more and then we'll raid into jewelry chest. All right. This is old, original knots, handmade clasp, he, in brown and white shell. I can't even think of it. Jet, I'm getting tired, and turquoise. I'm going to look at the beads and see how they're drilled. We always have to look for that. They're pretty uniform on both sides, so I'm not going to say they were hand drilled like that other necklace I had. Oh my God, that was so great. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you came, and I hope you'll come back. I'm going to show my lander blue next time, even though I'm not doing Native American and we're doing a mixture. There will be Native American in it, but it won't be all Native American. All right, it's about 15.5 inches. Good early one. And we're going to start this at, 35. All right. I'm starting it low because it's the end of the night. Oh, somebody's hair is in there. But yeah, this is a good early one. Super nice. I love it when they have the hand knots in there and the old beads. Yeah. This one looks really nice on just because of the sectional design. Whoops. Almost dropped it. And it's now Wendy's. So many we can do. in the next minute and 32 seconds. If I didn't have to take so much time writing, we could go faster, but that's all right. Number 11. All right, next necklace. All right, this one is brown heishi. This is from the kind of the 1970s. Brown heishi, white heishi, and brass beads. Needs to be cleaned. You can see the sheen that these are pretty good stones. I always look for nice, shiny, well-matched heishi. This one's a bit rustic. This is about 17 inches long. I'm gonna start this really low because we're nearing the end of the night. I'm gonna start it at $15 for fun. And there we go. It's got that, look at that see-through. That's really nice. Nice stones. Good old barrel clasp from the day. Graduated in size. I didn't look at the holes. I should have done that. But it matters more when it's the turquoise that I look at those holes. But very nice looking thing there. That looks better when I get further back. And we are getting close to having a winner. And rainwater, congratulations. It's got 4 seconds till the giveaway. All right, so be sure you bookmark my shows. Saturday night, I'm going to have so much stuff. I'll show you what I've got. Let's see who's going to win. Envy Girls, congratulations. Rainwater 5, number 8. I'll show you this box of stuff. I'm going to stand up and grab it. I hope I don't drop it. Oh, it's so heavy. I mean, I came home with pounds and pounds. This is all jewelry, all sterling silver, gemstones, killer stuff. So I'll be going through all of that, putting together a show for Saturday. Please bookmark me. And we're going to raid into Yuan Show. She is a collector. She has great stuff. She's so sweet. She cracks jokes. I just love her. She's great. So thank you. Thank you. And I hope to see you Saturday. I'll be on at 3 again. I'm going to go pack your orders right now. Thank you. I love you guys. Thanks for making my job fun again. All right, we're going to go raid. Let's see, end show. And then ask me if I want to raid, create a raid. All right. And I've got to put her name in here, so bear with me. There she is. Select. All right, here we go. We're raiding. Love you guys.